Welcome back to the Autry Benton Show. You, probably like me, I enjoy power and I enjoy light. So today we have the CEO of Horry Electric, my good friend Reed Cooper, in the studio. Reed, thank you for joining me, buddy.
Appreciate you having me, man.
Good, man. So tell us who you work for and what you do there, man.
Well, I actually work for the people that live in Horry County.
Amen.
I mean, Horry Electric Cooperative. We are owned by the members we serve. And I'm sure we'll get into this a little bit later, but that's what I just love about our business model.
Yeah.
So Horry County, that's my boss.
Yeah, but you are the leader of the organization, right?
Yes,
CEO.
sir. Yep.
Good. Lots of good people work for you.
Phenomenal. Probably smaller than you think, but
yeah.
Man,
how many people you got under your staff right now?
On staff, Horry Electric, and we take care of pretty much all of Horry County, along with Santee Cooper and Duke, but we have 190 employees. That's it.
That's good. And a lot of contractors.
We do have to employ a lot of contractors.
Yes.
We as the economy grows and shrinks, I mean, we use a lot of contract workforce to help us with that, which, as you know, for the last several years has been nothing but growth. So we have a lot of contractors supporting us right now. But
well, that's good. That's good. Well, I wanted our listeners to know just who the organization was, but I want to go back. Tell me about you. Where'd you grow up?
Well, fortunately, like you, I grew up in Conway.
That's a good place to grow up, buddy.
Great place, and I never wanted to leave. I had to for a little while, but I didn't want to. But yeah, born and raised in Horry County.
Yeah. Well, good. Conway schools?
Conway schools, PD Elementary.
Yeah.
Old Whittemore at the time.
Me too.
And then Conway High School.
Yeah. Man, that's awesome, buddy. That's awesome. So tell me about your personal life now.
So married, fortunately. Shonda, my wife, Cooper. And she's in real estate. 2 kids. Landon, he's a senior finally at the Citadel. And
congratulations.
My daughter, I think he's glad, but he's ready for it to be done.
I'm proud of him. I know you are.
Yeah, absolutely. We are. Sean and I are very proud of him. And then Gracie, our daughter, she's a junior at, her homeschool is ATA. Yeah. But she's Conway High, but she's over at ATA.
Yeah. Does she know where she wants to go to school or figure it out?
She's trying to figure it out. Yeah, she knows she wants to do nursing. Yeah. And that's what she's in ATA with, nursing program. Yeah. And she wants to play golf, and she wants a little school. So she's looking at schools that are in the southeast, or at least the east, that offer nursing, golf, and she wants a small school.
That's good.
Go figure. But
that's good. Well, it sounds like she's a young lady, kind of knows what direction she wants to go.
She's got a plan.
That's good. She got a good mom and daddy, I can tell you that.
Well, she got a good mama.
Yeah. Oh, man. So coming out of high school, did you know what you wanted to do? Or?
So another thing we share is I was raised in a family-owned small business. Okay. My dad had a heating and cooling refrigeration business at the beach. Okay. So I grew up working with him, and I was going to take over the family business. Yeah. Well, he had one requirement. Okay. And that was that I go get a 4-year college degree. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh man, I didn't want to go to school. Yeah. But being in heating and cooling commercial refrigeration, if I was going to go to school, I wanted to do something that interested me. So that kind of pushed me to engineering. Okay. And then as I was thinking about it, and God has a plan, but I ended up picking electrical engineering. And very few people know this, but one of my elementary school science projects. Remember we had to do those? Oh, yeah. You had to do one big one every year. Yeah. I don't remember what year it was, but my science project was an electric city.
Oh, wow.
I built a little substation with a little 12-volt battery for the substation, and I had, all it was a house and a store and a red light. It had a traffic light on a little 4x4 sheet of plywood. Yeah. So I don't know if it was something that was kind of always there. Yeah. But I wanted power or electrical engineering, but I was still planning on getting that degree and coming back and doing heating and cooling refrigeration. Yeah. But I had to work my butt off to make it through electrical engineering. It was up until that point, it's the hardest thing I'd ever went through. Because high school, no offense,
was no challenge.
It was pretty easy. Yeah. And I had to work. So once I'd made it through and graduated, I said, well, I'm going to try it for a little while. I'm not going to work through this degree and not do it. Well, 30 years later, here I am, still in the power business.
Wow.
So.
Well, Reed, I mean, I know you. I mean, to me, your mind just works like an engineer all the time. See, I mean, you had to always be in that direction, though, man. Or I guess even doing heating and air, I guess you were just always thinking about just how it worked.
Well, the heating and air was the troubleshooting aspect of it. And the commercial refrigeration, that was the troubleshooting.
Right.
I remember my uncle used to always fuss at me because I asked too many questions.
Right.
I mean, even as a kid, he said, you need to quit asking me questions. So I've just always had that inquisitive mindset, which I think makes a pretty decent engineer.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, I enjoy the business aspect of things.
Yeah.
Probably from sitting at the dinner table, listening to Mom and Daddy all those years talk about the business. Mm-hmm. That actually rolls right into the whole co-op model. Mm-hmm. I mean, Daddy only survived because he took care of his customers.
Yeah.
I mean, without that,
that's all you got.
You don't stay in business.
Yeah.
And with the co-op model, it's the same thing. I mean, it's the member owners.
Yeah.
It's the only reason we're there. We're not there for a profit. We're there for the member owners.
Wow, that's great. So let me ask you this: Did it surprise your dad when you didn't come right back and go into business or whatever? Did he give you some runway? Was he okay with that? Or, I mean, is that a fair question?
We've never really had that conversation.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that it wasn't his plan.
Okay.
I mean.
Gotcha. Yeah. But it's just the way it worked out.
Just the way it worked out, but he was never, ever disappointed, or if he was, he never showed it to me.
Yeah.
Because, as you know, especially a small business.
Yeah.
It's 24/7.
Yeah.
7 days a week, 365. It's either feast or famine.
Yeah.
And as all parents, I think we're guilty of this. We want something better for our kids than we had.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes he may have focused on, he didn't have a set retirement. He didn't have set benefits. He didn't have these things that a bigger corporation, especially 30 years ago, gives you. So I'm not sure it wasn't his plan to begin with.
Yeah, well, it was God's plan, right?
It definitely was that.
Yeah, wow. Well, I mean, I think us, even having kids now, I mean, I don't know your dad, not speaking for him, but we want our kids to do what they want to do and chase their dreams, the best for them. I would dare say that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, good deal. So when you came out, you took a job with Horry Electric?
No.
No, okay.
No. Like I said, I was one of those kids in high school. We were in high school, and it seemed like all my friends, they wanted to go to college and never come back to this place.
Okay.
I mean, that's what they all would say. I want to leave Conway. Because we're 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, Conway's a different place now in the beach than they wanted it bigger and brighter.
Right.
I don't know why, but I always wanted to come back home.
Yeah.
That's just, I wanted to come back home.
Yeah.
Well, and I want to step back a little bit. Back to high school, or still in high school. Miss Ann Taylor, you don't know if you ever had her or not. She was a math teacher. She told me in high school, when she found out I was going to be an engineer or try to be an engineer, she said, well, I'll tell you this. If you ever become an engineer, you're going to change your ways.
Not like a little bit of encouragement, right?
Like, whoa. So I had to ask her. I said, what do you mean, Miss Ann? She was like, well, her brother was one.
Right.
And she knew that I didn't apply myself in high school. Mm-hmm. And that's what she was trying to tell me, was if you're going to do this and you're going to succeed, you're going to have to start working and studying.
Yeah.
And she was 100% right.
Yeah.
And I've never forgotten that.
Wow.
But But back to how I ended up at Horry.
Well, what was your first job what job did you take?
So I worked I was going to go back I was a summer student with Santee Cooper.
Okay.
In Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
For 5 summers. I started in the substation department as a grunt laborer because it was right out of high school.
Okay.
I was painting transformers and sweeping floors and pumping oil and doing all that stuff, which I loved it. Tried to get a job with him full time, and the guy wouldn't hire me because he knew I was in school to be an engineer.
Yeah. And hard work was nothing new to you because you've done it all your life.
That's what I did with Daddy.
Yeah.
I mean, and I knew which tool somebody was going to need before they asked for it because
you'd always done it.
He'd always taught me that.
Yeah.
Pay attention and have it ready for me before I asked for it.
Yeah.
So pretty decent little helper, I guess you would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
So as I went through college, I ended up being they had a student engineering position. So I worked through several different departments with Santee Cooper. And they were just going through one of those times when I graduated that they had a hiring freeze on. So I couldn't get back to Horry County. Tried to get hired at Horry Telephone, and because electrical engineering, that was really my two choices in Horry County. I had a nepotism issue there, couldn't go to work at HTC. So long story short, I ended up in Hilton Head, South Carolina.
Oh boy.
Not a bad place to be.
Not a bad place to be. Just wasn't Horry County.
It wasn't Horry County. But I was working for Palmetto Electric Co-op. Okay. And that was my first introduction to the co-op world. And Autry, I fell in love with the business model. I mean, not for profit.
Yeah.
And working for the member owners. And
helping people.
Yeah. They elected our board. And then we, obviously, the CEO reports to the board, but the board's elected by the member owners. So I'd probably been there 6 or 8 months, and I remember I was like, I'm going to be with a co-op.
Yeah. I
didn't know anybody at Horry Electric. I had a couple buddies I'd graduated high school with that were linemen at Horry Electric, but that's all I knew of Horry Electric. And probably been in there about a year and a half. And what I was responsible for, the engineer at Horry was getting ready to implement that at Horry Co-op. And so he had asked our head engineer if he could look at our program and our systems. And I was the one doing it. So he came by to my office one day and we were going through it. And I had my diploma on the wall above, and he was standing behind me, and I was talking about what was on the computer, and we were interacting, and all of a sudden everything went quiet. I turned around and looked at him, and he's just staring at my diploma. He said, "Are you from Conway?" I said, "Yes, sir." He pulled out his business card and handed it to me and said, "Call me Monday." And our whole thing was over.
Yeah.
He didn't ask nothing else about the reason he was there.
He was laser focused.
He dialed in. And what the engineers from Santee Cooper he had been looking for an engineer, and they had told him about me because I'd worked with him for 5 summers. And it hit him when he saw my name in writing that I might be that guy. And 28 years later, I made it back to Horry County.
That's awesome. Now, were you married? Did you meet Shonda? Were you and Shonda married when you were down there?
No.
Okay.
Shonda is a little bit younger than me.
Okay. So, yep.
So I was back. I got hired back. I called him.
Yeah.
He hired me as a system engineer.
How happy were you?
Very. I got to come home, my man. Yeah. God, I love Horry County.
Yeah. That's
so now it was the best. I am still in very close contact with Palmetto Electric Co-op. Their CEO was my boss when I was there 30 years ago. Yeah. And I still credit him for putting me on the path to be able to be sitting in the chair I'm in today.
Man, that's awesome.
So your viewers need to understand early mentors are very important. Very important.
Absolutely.
Because without him telling me what he told me and showing me some of the things he did when I was in my early 20s, I don't know that I'd be sitting where I'm at today.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. So you come back to Horry County, the co-op there. So tell me your first job here and kind of how you progressed through the co-op here.
So my first job for Horry Electric was basically taking we had paper maps.
Okay.
I mean, this is the time before GPS, mapping systems. It was all just starting to evolve.
So where all your power poles are?
Everything was drawn every day on paper.
Man, that's hard.
And we would send it off to a printing company every year.
Yeah. And
get those converted, get the markups changed to permanent. Then we'd create map books. And those would be smaller map books that would go into trucks so the guys would be able to look up and tell where they were at in the field. The last year we did it cost almost $275,000 to print maps that were, as soon as you had them, were a year and a half out of date. So we were taking the system and converting it to computer.
Digital, okay.
Putting everything digital, putting it on a computer system. And that was my first responsibility at Horry Electric.
I bet you know a lot of the ins and outs and roads and nicks and corners of Horry County for just doing that practice, I would say.
Actually, I don't.
Okay.
The guys that were before this do.
Okay.
Because they had to use memory for everything.
Right.
And I mean, if you run the system for 15, 20, 30 years, I mean, they knew where the tobacco barn was on the corner of every, I mean, they knew everything.
Yeah.
Because they went from memory.
Yeah.
I was used to computer, so I had to remember it long enough to get it into the computer. But then, boom, then I used a computer.
Yeah.
So there's still a few around. It is amazing what they know.
You know, it's funny you say that, Reed, but just those early guys, I mean, they know the history of that pole or maybe what they went through to get it in or get power there. I mean, there's stories behind the little things that they're unbelievable stories.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So, okay, you did that, and what was your next step?
Just kind of worked my way through the engineering department.
And just loving life.
Yep. Fortunately, my mentor, Burl Davis, down at Palmetto, had told me, he said, learn everything you learn about power.
Yeah.
Everything. He said, because in this world, you can do and achieve whatever you want to achieve.
Yeah.
So he planted that seed that is bigger than engineering, basically.
Yeah.
That's what he was trying to tell me. You need to understand and learn
the whole company.
The whole company.
Yeah.
So being the type personality I have, good, bad, and different, I do ask a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And with him telling me that, I started asking a lot of questions and learning the finance, and just had a phenomenal, Danny Shelley is the CEO that I replaced.
Okay.
He was our CFO.
Okay.
And he was the CFO and I was the head engineer for like 18 years.
And then Mr. Howell was at the helm?
Mr. Howell was the one, Mr. Pat Owl.
Yeah.
Is who was there when I was hired.
Okay.
And he put me and Danny in the positions we were in.
Okay.
And then so Danny was the head, I called him bean counter.
Right.
Countant. I was the engineer, so he said I spent all the money. He made all the money. And I told him, I said, I'd like to see you making that money without those linemen building those lines and the engineers designing it.
Yeah.
But we had a very good relationship, and he was always one that would explain to me the why.
Okay.
I mean, from a financial side. Yeah. And I would explain to him the why from the engineering side, because it is expensive.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to spend money to be able to make money. You definitely have to spend money to be able to hold reliability to a high level.
Yeah.
And to handle growth. But we had those conversations, and he was just always very good at explaining everything to me. So that helped me with the financial side of the company.
Gotcha. So Mr. Howell, if I remember, stepped aside, and then Mr. Shelley stepped in. How long was he in your...
Danny was our CEO for 5 years.
5 years, okay.
Yep.
I got you. And then he retired. And
yes, sir.
And then you became the CEO.
Yes, sir.
How long? When?
A year and a half ago. January of 25.
So, Reed, I think it's fair to say your whole life, and we said it, God's path, I mean, brought you to this day, this position you got. I mean, would you say?
Oh, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
Going back to college, I wasn't saved at the time, and my mom, I was praying that I would get a job.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could, but it wasn't doing a lot of good.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
But they just never worked out.
Yeah.
That one did.
Yeah. But you know, buddy, I mean, I think it's good, all of us, that gosh, God's always working, we don't realize it.
He got a plan.
He's got a plan.
We might think we got a plan, but he's got a plan.
Remind me, you probably didn't know we were going to go here, but like, tell me an interesting story about you on a boat with a friend in the Winyah Bay and the Lord and your relationship. Am I right on that one?
Yeah, did I tell you that one day?
Yeah, tell us, our listeners, because this is a good one.
Yeah, so I was saved then.
Yeah.
I had, thank the good Lord, turned my life over to Him, and I apologize for...
No, man, emotions are good, man.
So we're duck hunting in Winyah Bay, and another good friend of mine now, not to get confused.
Yeah.
Sean, there's two Sean Godwins in Conway that we all grew up with.
Good friend. They're both good guys.
Yeah, good guys, but not the one that was on the show with you.
Yeah.
My best friend through high school and college and all that, and afterwards my hunting partner.
And a great guy.
Fly fisherman, all that. We did all that for years and years together. We were out duck hunting in Winyah Bay. Actually, we were out in the ocean.
Yeah.
And any of us locals that know Winyah Bay, is the one thing you can that's guaranteed is it, just because the weather says it's going to be nice, don't necessarily mean it's going to be nice.
Yeah.
And we had studied all the weather and we're going out, and long story short, had too small of a boat for the conditions that we were in. Literally thought we made the decision to come back in to the mouth of Winyah Bay into jetties because we knew we were going to sink. And we felt like there was more boat traffic there than would have been at the mouth of North Santee or South Santee. So we had made that decision to come back in the mouth of Winyah. It had to be pretty bad, Reed. Oh, it was bad. Yeah. It was bad. We made it in, long story short. Took us an hour and a half to go from the point of the South Jetty into the bay. Boat was totally full of water. As soon as we beached the boat, as soon as we got to a beach, got the water out, kissed the dirt, literally got on I got on my knees and kissed the dirt because I thought we were in trouble. Well, Sean ended up, you know how we make those promises to good Lord when we in bad situations. Yep. We've probably all done it at some point. Yep. That he would get his life right. And
it was Sean.
It was Sean Goblin. Yeah, the following Father's Day. It took him a little while because it's duck season. This was January. But the following Father's Day, he turned his life over to the Lord.
Man, that's great.
So yeah, crazy things can happen duck hunting.
Absolutely. Turn your life around. That had to be a terrible storm, though, buddy.
It was just the wind picked up higher than it was supposed to. It was opposing the tide. And if you know anything about tides, when the wind's going against the tide, and in Winyah Bay, the jetties push everything through that little narrow corridor. It literally was 10 foot.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were going up waves and surfing down them. All I can tell you is a high tide, original high tide. I don't know about the new my tides, but the high tide will not sink.
Wow.
Because we had it. The water was flowing across the back. It was underwater.
Man, that's quite a story for sure.
But hey, it don't matter. My buddy got saved. I mean,
amen. That's right. That's good. That's good. That's good. Wow. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh yeah.
So you're the CEO now. You got a lot of good people work for you, don't you, Reed?
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, that is what makes the job worthwhile. Our employees are really there for the right reasons, and I tell them all the time, it takes a village.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes every employee, especially when you only got 190, taking care of an entire county. I mean, we've got over 6,000 miles of power line.
Yeah. How many residents you serve? Roughly, just
members.
I'm sorry.
It's like 86,000-ish, but we got 104,000 meters. There's like 900 electric co-ops in the country.
Yeah.
And we're in the top, probably 40 largest ones. Man. It's a small little power company, but a huge co-op.
Yeah, and growing every day.
Growing every day.
Yeah. What are some of the challenges you face today, Reed?
So the biggest challenge in our industry is cost pressures. Yeah. I mean, you think of the hurricanes, ice storms. Yeah. I mean, we're prepared for those. I mean, we don't ever you can never be fully prepared for Mother Nature. Because Mother Nature is
Mother Nature.
Mother Nature.
Yeah.
And it can give you something that you are not prepared for.
Yeah.
But we're as prepared as we can be to respond to storms and snowstorms and ice storms.
Because y'all probably prepare for that all the time.
All the time, yeah. I mean, I could go in, that could be another hour show. Yeah, but what's tough is being a member-owned co-op and knowing the cost pressures that are coming, and knowing that there's nothing, and I hate to use the word nothing, but costs are going to increase no matter how good a job our employees do, no matter how conscientious our board is. And we do everything we can not to, because if we make a profit, we just give it back to the members. And
I think it's important for our viewers to know at this point, because they might not know, y'all don't produce your own power.
We do not.
Explain that to us, how you have to purchase it.
So in South Carolina, there's 19 co-ops. Years ago, so the co-ops were formed in the late 30s, early 40s to get power to the rural areas.
Right.
Basically where the for-profit companies were not willing to go serve because they couldn't make any money at it.
And this was a very rural county.
This was, back then, very good point, Autry.
Yeah.
I mean, in the 40s, extremely rural county.
Yeah.
So the little teeny main parts of the cities were covered. They had electricity, but the rest of the county didn't. And that was the way it was across the entire country.
Yep.
So FDR passed an act where co-ops were able to mainly farmers in the rural, could raise money and start electric co-ops.
Yep.
And they were nonprofit. You paid a membership fee, and you became a member, and everybody shared in the cost.
Yep.
And that's how we all started.
Yeah.
So we started in 1941 in Horry County. And it's grown and grown and grown. And we're no longer, well, we're very, most people, I think the census would tell you that Horry County is no longer a rural county. But we do have some.
A very diverse county.
Yeah, it's a very diverse county. But that's how we started, and it's not for profit. So there was, back then it was maybe a different number, but now there's 19 of those co-ops in South Carolina. We don't generate power. We've never generated power. We build the distribution system, and then we buy power from somebody else to send to our member owners. So years ago, in the 50s, late 50s, I think it was late 50s, we formed Central Electric Cooperative, which is a co-op. There again, not for profit, owned by the 19 co-ops to buy power on our behalf because we could buy it cheaper together than we could buy it as individuals. So we buy from Central. Now Central buys from Santee Cooper and Duke mainly. That is their main, and so that's how we get our power. So we still, and I love Santee Cooper. I mean, they got me started on this road of in this power world, working with them, and our state is better off having them. But that's how we get our power.
And I appreciate saying we're quickly running out of time, like a minute and a half. So number one, you got to come back. Got lots more. But I think our residents need to know that you don't control that. That's out of your control. As you said it, but as good as you do, that's out of your control. And I know they see rising costs, but you at Horry Electric are doing all you can for them to keep the costs low.
We are.
We're under a minute, I'm sorry.
Okay, so 70% of every dollar that our member spends comes from the cost of power. 70 cents of every dollar is just purchasing the power.
That's important to know. So you're doing a lot with that leftover thing.
We're trying to do a lot.
You know what? And running out of time, Reed, but man, I so respect you. I think our listeners can see that we got the right man at the helm. Working for them, you are a serviceman, and we know that no matter what comes our way in Horry County, you're going to be looking out for us. And
we got a good team, and me and that team will be looking out for our members in Horry County, I promise you.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for joining us today.
Yes, sir.
Folks, we learned a lot today. It's easy to see we got the right person at the helm. The CEO, Reed Cooper at Horry Electric, is looking out for us and fighting on our behalf. Get educated about this subject and you will understand more, but I'm glad to have power every day, and I'm sure you are too. Join us next time.